I'm beer writer Mark Dredge, and today we're live from BeerX in Liverpool. This is the UK's biggest beer and brewing trade show, and today we're going to look around, we're going to speak to some brewers and suppliers and see what's going on in the beer industry.
Hi, I'm Steph, and I work for Murphy & Son, I'm a technical rep.
BeerX.
Yep.
Have you been before?
Yes, I've been a few times before, both as a technical rep for Murphy's, and I came once before when I used to work as a brewer at Round Corner as well, so yeah.
Is there something in particular that you like about BeerX?
I think it's just a lovely place to come and see all the people, from all different parts of the country getting together, and it's a chance to enjoy beer and working in the industry, but relax about it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you go to events and they're held at somebody else's brewery, and they're kind of like, oh, I just need to go and rush off and do this. So there's none of that. It's just nice. There's a chance to look around and see if any of the suppliers have brought new things out and things like that. So yeah, it's just a nice couple of days out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're talking about like looking for new things that are coming out.
Yeah.
So on your stand,
yeah,
are people coming up to you and asking what's new?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like new products, and also if there's any new techniques. We sponsor PhD students, so they're interested in like the R&D side of the things that we're doing as well. I was saying to somebody earlier, like, because I go to quite a lot of these kind of events, but dotted around the world, people are like, oh, where have you been recently? So they're interested in, what's happening in other countries as well, and kind of bringing that information back.
Are you hearing things from customers when they come up to you? Are they asking for things like, oh, when are you going to do this? When are you going to do that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. There's kind of bits of research that come out, or, they hear about other brewers like trialing different things, and they're like, is there a way that I can trial this? Because maybe the brewer that they heard about was quite a big one, and they think, oh, well, of course they can do it. They've got really nice kit, but can I do something similar with what I've got? So we try and work it back and see if we can do something similar with like the kit that they've got, so they don't have to spend a load of money on equipment.
Yeah, that's cool. So then does the conversations you have here then influence some of your future decisions and future, what's happening in the business? Absolutely.
Like, we're all about feedback. Our head of new projects, Selena, is here, and she's very interested in talking to customers, because there's no point us burying our head in the sand and thinking, oh, this seems like a good idea, we're going to force it on people. It's all about saying, we've found this new thing, does it sound interesting to you? No? Okay, we'll leave it. And then we just make sure that the things that we're working on are going to be like worthwhile, and that people will want to use them. Yeah.
And then as you look around, you're seeing what's happening in hops, and you're seeing grain, and you're seeing all around the industry, you're seeing new trends and new evolutions.
Yeah.
And then what you're doing has to fit in with that as well. So
yes,
then hopefully that is also making you think in new ways.
Yeah. The thing at Murphy's is you have to kind of know everything about all of the process, because we have to do everything from water chemistry, cleaning, everything to do with the process, all the way up to shelf life, and even like anything that could go wrong, so like sensory, and then bringing that back for like microbiological tests and things like that. So it's a full circle thing, but you have to know how all those things interact with one another. Because the thing with brewing is like everything's in flux. Like, you can't possibly change one thing and get one result. It's going to shift a load of things, and you kind of need to know how that might be working. So yeah.
Yeah, everything working together.
Yeah.
I'm interested because you said you came here as a brewer. Now you're here, kind of more working in a different capacity.
Yes.
So how different is your experience?
Oh yeah, very different. When you come here as a visitor, you're obviously free to wander around wherever you want. You can make sure you visit all the stands and chat with people, and you could meet with friends and sit and have lunch and like enjoy it and things like that. Obviously, with working here, you're just a bit more limited because you're anchored to the stand that you're working on, because you've got customers who are wandering around like I used to, who want to come and see you when you're there. So you need to make sure you're available.
Yeah.
But it's good because we bring enough people so that we can, kind of tap in and out and go for a wander as well. So
and you got to do some judging.
Yes, yeah.
And
so
you just finished, and you've just finished off judging the champion beers, and it was good.
Yes, yeah, really excellent range of beers. Yeah, I judged 3 rounds. So the first one was the premium lager.
You don't need to say in case people chase you down and want to know why they didn't win a gold.
No, it's all right. Well, the final round that I did was the home brewing one. So, and I genuinely have to say, like, the range of beers, they were all brewed to a very excellent standard. And it just came down to like being like very like nitpicky about like how can we possibly sort of draw these apart and rate them and say that one is only slightly better than that one, but honestly, like they've all done really well. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear. I love hearing that. We like judging homebrew competitions, especially when there's a really high standard.
Yeah.
So last question, do you have like a favorite memory or favorite experience from BeerX?
I think one of my favorite things, like since working at Murphy's, is you come here and you get to enjoy seeing people all together in one place and asking how they're doing. But then also after the last day, so after Thursday, when all the awards have been handed out, as a team at Murphy's, we get to have like a little like, we did it, yes. And it's really nice to have that team bonding experience between ourselves as well, and say like, oh, that was a really good BeerX, and we can sort of decompress, make a few notes for maybe what we do for next year. So yeah, it's really nice.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Jim Rankin from Rankin Brothers and Sons. I'm commercial director and owner of a business that is currently in its 250th year. We were founded in 1774, so it's a big year for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you got anything planned for 250?
We got various little things planned, so we've got a series of events, hopefully not a series of unfortunate events, but we've got a series of events where we're sort of looking after and having functions with customers in the spirits industry and wine industry, as much as celebrating with customers in the brewing industry as well. So we grow cork out in Portugal, and we manufacture cork stoppers for the spirits industry, whiskey producers, brands of whiskey from Monkey Shoulder whiskey to Hendrick's gin, etc., etc. But a large and significant part of our business is in the manufacture and supply of closures for cask and keg, and that's why we're here.
Yeah, so BeerX, you've been here before a few times?
Absolutely. We were founding associate members or supply chain members right back in the 80s when SIBA was first founded. And I can remember sort of exhibiting in the reception of the Holiday Inn in Stratford upon Avon, and has grown since then.
Yeah, it's changed quite a lot. The hall at the moment is incredible. So many businesses in there, and so many brewers in there.
Yeah, and I think for us, this is a really good demonstration about having a robust supply chain, because particularly with post-pandemic, we should be serving our UK brewers with UK customer and supply products and services. So it's really important to demonstrate to the brewers up and down and across the country that we have a viable and robust supply chain that can offer security of supply for the key essentials and all the bits and bobs that go into the manufacture of their product.
Yeah, absolutely. And so many brewers are here, and you're getting the chance to speak with brewers who maybe you can't go out and see every week or month or year.
It's an important. Where are we at? We're at something like sort of 1,800 to maybe 2,000 brewers in the UK. It's an impossible task, particularly for us, a smaller, much smaller family-owned business, to reach out to those all those brewers on an individual basis. So the SIBA BeerX is an ideal forum. As long as the brewers are coming, we're here and we can have a conversation with them. And it's important that we continue to have a conversation, and that equally important that we listen to them, that we understand their direction of travel, that we understand where their pinch points are, we understand the challenges that they face, particularly when we're talking about our products. And so by listening, it helps us develop, finesse our product and make sure that our products are as relevant today as they were sort of 40, 50, 60 years ago.
Yeah, so talk about having conversations. What are the things that people are most likely to speak to you about at the moment?
I think it's all about, we supply the brewing industry with plastic products, and plastic has had a bad rap over the last few years, and it's our job to understand that sustainability is key now. It's our job to have a really, really good look at the products that we manufacture and see how we can redevelop them, to see how we can chime in with their needs on sustainability. I'm very pleased to say that in development right now is a scheme that we're putting together to look at closed loop supply of 360 closed loop supply of shives, which is great. We're going through testing right now, so we're not quite ready to reveal all. But again, it's all about sort of future-proofing the supply of what is a very, very good product, because it's all about fit, function, and performance. Primarily, that's our objective, to ensure that we're manufacturing liquid-proof seals, bungs, and closures that go into casks of beer that don't fly out during the supply chain, that keep the beer as fresh as it was when it left the brewery by the time it arrives to the pub. So those are challenges. No, we're very excited about our Project Renova because, again, it responds to some of the key concerns that our customers have on the use of plastics and being more sustainable.
And you're hearing about this direct from brewers at something like BeerX. They've got that immediate ability to be able to converse with you about their concerns and about what they want.
Yeah, well, this is less about selling. This is more about listening, and again, listening to and understanding the challenges that they face, so that we can adapt and develop our offer accordingly.
Yeah, I think that's really interesting. It's a really nice way to understand how a forum like this works. It brings us all together. We can meet lots of different people, but actually, as a business, it's really important that you are not just having one-way conversations.
Absolutely.
You're not just announcing and pushing.
Yeah.
It's okay. Tell us what you want. We're here for you. And then by having hundreds of brewers in one place, it's really fundamentally important.
And also getting together with our supply chain partners. For instance, Charles Faram have been a key partner for the last 20, 30 years. Charles Faram distributes our products. So they look after a great many of our customers, and we do that together. We do that in partnership. So, to be able to continue with those kind of relationships is key to our success and hopefully the wider success of the brewing industry as well, and its supply chain.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought, because if you're a Charles Faram customer, then you essentially have a brochure and you can pick from lots of different manufacturers and suppliers, and it comes to you, and that's the brilliance of it. Yeah. But then they maybe don't have that regular contact with you.
Yeah.
So by having this, then they can say, oh, okay, I buy those, and this is the person who is making them.
Absolutely. It's not that we're a one-trick pony, but we can only offer the brewer a very limited range of products. If our products are for sale through Charles Faram can stick the hops, obviously, together with an order for the shives and the keystones, together with other agents and chemicals or other products. So it can put a whole shopping basket together. So, through that partnership, we're best serving ultimately the brewer.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, one last question for you. So you've been here loads of times.
Yep.
Do you have any favorite memories or stories from BeerX?
Probably Yeah, I mean, and I always say this on my way up to Liverpool, is don't go too early. You know, it's all about pace. You know, there's lots of beer on offer, lots of really, really good beer to taste, to try, and to enjoy. I'm afraid I can't start early in the morning. I've got to wait until after lunch before I have my first beer. So it's all about pace for me. You know, that's the biggest story, I suppose, is you know, if I start too early, I'll fall over too quickly. So it's all about pacing oneself for an event like this.
Yeah, well, you're not the only person doing that, I think, so you're all right. No, so, well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
That's all right. Thank you. Thank you.